All right, thanks, guys. Please make sure you hit the like button for this video right now. Mississippi State takes on South Carolina, 6:30 Eastern tip-off tonight. The Gamecocks are the 2-point favorite at home, total at 147.5. Now, we are seeing big movement on both the side and the total in this one. We're seeing money on South Carolina and the under. And as a matter of fact, we saw a 1-point move toward the Gamecocks and a 2.5-point move downward on the total. South Carolina open as the 1-point favorite, up to -2. Total open 150, down to 147 and a hook. Now, if you like the Gamecocks in this matchup here, just keep in mind they've lost 3 out of their last 4 games. They also went just 7-9 against the spread at home this year. They're shooting just 41% on their home court and 29% from beyond the arc in that same category. Mississippi State, on the other side, winners of 4 out of their last 5. They beat Tennessee, Florida, and this very South Carolina team within their last 10 contests. They're 9-4 against the spread away from home this year, and they rank in the top 30 in the nation in offensive field goal percentage. Reggie Perry, 17 points a game, 10 rebounds, 76% from the stripe. Tyson Carter, 14 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Robert Woodard, 11 points a game, 7 rebounds for Mississippi State. They rank in the top 15 in the country in defensive rebounding. They're also shooting 46% from the field when they travel. Now, 8 out of Mississippi State's last 10 did get over the number. They're also 9-4 to the over away from home. The Gamecocks on the other side, 4-0 to the over in their last 4 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Mississippi State +2. In the over 147.5 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's college basketball action. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you're having a good start to your week. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, you might be wondering, why would I buy a package from Brock on Patreon when it gives me all the picks for free here on YouTube? And that's certainly a great kind of viable question there, and you're exactly right. I do my best to handicap every single game on the board, side and total, for free here on YouTube. But the problem with that is, if you were going to bet every single game on the board, side and total, with your hard-earned money, that is definitely not a winning formula for success. As a matter of fact, that is a losing formula. It's just way too many games. The math becomes aggressively against you once you start getting the throwing darts like that with your hard-earned money, betting every single game on the board. So what I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. I break it down to just 3 to 4 premium picks per day. They're high percentage picks, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board. We improved to 2-0 yesterday in our last 2 Dog of the Day picks in that package on Patreon yesterday. We're also 10-3 in our last 13 NBA tier package plays on that website as well. And the good news is this, we got another NBA tier package play going off tonight. We have over 1,000 members currently active on that Patreon site. Link is in the description section below. You can check out my current record for free right on the homepage. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got a Big Ten showdown. It is going to be Michigan State traveling to the Bryce Jordan Center to take on the Nittany Lions. 7 o'clock, Penn State. Sparty's -1.5 on the road, total 144. We are seeing Penn State money and movement upward on the total. 0.5 point fade of Michigan State, movement upward on that total. Sparty open as the 2-point favorite, down to -1.5. Total open 143.5, up to 144. Right now, Penn State's +105 on the money line. And if you like the Nittany Lions in this matchup here, they've dropped 3 out of their last 4 games. They also failed to cover the point spread in their last 4 straight. They've really struggled in the defensive rebounding category. They've also failed to cover the number in 5 out of their last 7. Now, one more thing to add about the Nittany Lions. Out of their 14 games taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest, they've covered the number in just 6 of them. So really doing not a great job against the number, taking on teams with those stingy defenses. Now, Michigan State on the other side, winners of 4 out of their last 5. Sparty ranks in the top 10 in offensive rebounding, top 5 in defensive field goal percentage. Cassius Winston, 19 points a game, 6 assists. He's shooting 43% from downtown. Xavier Tillman, 13 points a game, double-digit rebounds, 2 blocks. And Aaron Henry, 10 points a game, 5 rebounds for the Spartans. Michigan State, top 30 in offensive rebounding on the road. They're also giving up just 65 points per contest as the official road team. Now, Michigan State is 70% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, 5 out of Penn State's last 5 stayed under the total. I'm going to lean Michigan State minus 1.5 in the under 144. Next game, Cincinnati, USF, 7 o'clock, South Florida. The Bearcats are the 4-point favorite on the road, total at 127. We're seeing money on Cincinnati and the over in this one. A 1-point move toward the Bearcats and movement toward the over. The Bearcats open once again as the 3-point favorite, up to -4. Total open 126, up to 127. South Florida's plus $165 for an upset outright victory at home. And if you like USF in this game here, just keep in mind they've dropped 4 out of their last 6. They're also averaging just 62 points per contest at the Yuengling Center. They're also shooting just 40% from the field at home as well. Cincinnati, on the other side, winners of 7 out of their last 10. They're also currently on a 10-game winning streak against South Florida, 10-0 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head matchups with the Bulls. They rank in the top 35 in defensive field goal percentage. We're also looking at 39% from the field in that category. Jaron Cumberland, 15, 4, and 5. Keith Williams, 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, 79% from the stripe. And Trey Scott, 11 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, and 2 steals. 3 out of Cincy's last 4 stayed under the total. USF 70% to the under in their last 10. I'm going to lean Cincinnati -4 in the under 127 in that contest. Next game, Maryland, Rutgers, 7 o'clock, Rutgers. The Scarlet Knights are the 1-point favorite at home, total at 130. We are seeing Maryland money. We're also seeing under money. 0.5 point fade of Rutgers, movement downward on the total. Scarlet Knights open 1.5 down to -1. Total open 131 down to 130. Right now the Terrapins are plus 103 on the road. And if you like Maryland in this matchup here, they've been very good against this Rutgers squad. 8-0 straight up in their last 8 head-to-head matchups with Rutgers. They're also 9-5 straight up away from home this year. Defensively, they're giving up just 63 points per game. They're also holding their opponents to just 39% from the field. Anthony Cowan, 16 points a game, 5 assists for the Terrapins. Jalen Smith, 15 points a game, double-digit rebounds for him. And Aaron Wiggins, 10 points a game, 5 rebounds for Maryland. Rutgers on the other side, losers of their last 3 straight. They're also just 2-6 straight up in their last 8. Rutgers is averaging a measly 69 points per contest. Now, oddly enough, 4 out of Rutgers' last 6 did get over the total. A lot of over-adjustment of the markets with regard to the over and under with Rutgers. Meanwhile, Maryland 4-0 to the over in their last 4 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the slight road dog in this one. Give me Maryland +1 in the over 130. Next game, Tennessee versus Kentucky. 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Kentucky's -9, total 131. We are seeing money on the Volunteers and the over in this one. A 1-point fade for the Wildcats, a movement upward on the total. Kentucky open -10, down to -9. Total open 130.5, up to 131. Right now, the Vols are plus 340 on the money line. And if you like Tennessee in this game here, just keep in mind they've dropped 7 out of their last 10 road games. They're averaging just 66 points per contest. And they're covering just 40% of their games when catching the points. Kentucky on the other side, 9-4 against the spread, taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest. Kentucky right in the middle of an 8-game winning streak where they went 7-1 against the spread in those 8 victories. Emmanuel Quickly, 16 points a game, 92% from the stripe. Tyrese Maxey, 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And Nick Richards, 14 points a game, 8 rebounds for Kentucky. The Wildcats are 16-1 straight up at home this year. They rank in the top 15 in the nation in defensive field goal percentage. Now, total-wise, we're looking at a Kentucky squad who's 11-2 to the over, taking on teams scoring less than 67 points per contest. They're also 4-0 to the over at home, taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest. Tennessee on the other side, 70% to the over as the official road team. I'm going to lean Kentucky -9 in the over 131 in that contest. All right, next game I have for you, it is going to be in the Big 12. And this is